Hi, I'm Heather Vitale. Welcome to the 18th Annual Delaware Standardbred Owners Awards Gala, where we honor many four-legged first aid superstars. But right now, we have a superstar with us, but he does not have four legs, and he is not from the first aid, but he is my buddy, Bill Ellis, and he has been helping me MC this event. So glad to have you back.
Well, it's great to be back. You know, I'm from the state of Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is premier because of all the states that the Pilgrims could have chose to land, they chose Massachusetts. Did you ever realize that? This is the place.
Yes, they did choose Massachusetts. How do you like Delaware? How have you liked hosting the awards with me? I mean, don't worry about actually hosting them with me, just the awards in general.
I love it down here. There's some great people in the state of Delaware. A lot of New England transplants. I was just speaking with Leroy Copeland, who was from Salem, New Hampshire. And I believe Stevie LeBlanc is getting an award tonight for something. And I grew up watching these fellas at Foxborough Park many, many years ago. So it's funny, I'll be here tonight. Tomorrow night I'm going to be in the beautiful state of Maine up in Augusta. And there's beautiful harness racing up there too. Great people. A lot of great people in the sport, no matter what state you go to.
Yeah, and you have done so much in this sport. You've announced, you've written, you've even driven. And I think you're in the Hall of Fame in New England, aren't you?
Yeah, a few years back they inducted me into the Hall of Fame. Was not because of driving, trust me. But I did finish second at the Cornish Fair this year, which gives me 2 seconds and a first for 3 starts up there. UDRS is right up there.
Not only is he just many things and wears many hats in harness racing, but also a very funny guy. And I was kind of hoping that you could, tell us a funny horse joke or harness racing joke, something equine.
Well, I could give you something a little pari-mutuel. You know, in this sport, which is different from the rest of the things that go on in the world, in this sport, the windows clean the people.
I love it. See, I am no good at one-liners, so here, just touch my arm, rub off on me a little bit. Okay, all right. I feel better already, yes. Bill, it's so nice having you again, and I'm looking forward to the evening.
Should be a fun night. Looking forward to it again also. Thank you.
This party is just getting started. But before we meet our Delaware Standardbred Owners Association award winners, we are heading into a quick break. But before we even do that, let's check out the live racing schedule from Dover Downs, where you can see our current stars competing. There is a slight change in the live racing schedule for this week because tonight, that's February 1st, there's no live racing. Hey, it's Super Bowl Sunday. However, the live racing excitement will take place this week, Monday through Thursday, and each one of those days, the first race post times at 4:30 p.m.
And make sure you stop by the incredible Race and Sports Book for non-stop simulcasting action, both harness and thoroughbred from across the country, from noon to midnight. And remember, there's always free parking and free admission at Dover Downs. For more information, just call 302-674-4600 or visit them on the web at doverdowns.com.
Now let's boogie oogie oogie into that quick break. But Standardbred stars galore are headed your way, so keep it right here.
Welcome back to Post Time and the 18th Annual Delaware Standardbred Owners Association Awards Gala. We are going to get into our horse awards now, and we'll kick things off with our awards from Harrington Raceway.
First, we'll check out Harrington's Claimer of the Meet as honored by the DSOA.
At the top of the stretch, Hoof It reclaims a short lead. Hoof It, Tijuana Party, 2.5 more. That's Moody's Way, loose now. Sir Jonathan Z-Tam coming through the stretch. It's Hoof It. Sir Jonathan Z-Tam flies by. Sir Jonathan Z-Tam.
It was Sir Jonathan Z-Tam. This pacer, who's owned by Betty Brittingham and trained by her husband Don Brittingham, had 13 wins out of 17 starts at the meet. The award was presented by DSOA Director George Teague Jr. to Erica Brittingham, who accepted for her grandparents. And Erica's dad, Brett, was the regular driver on this award winner. Let's take a look at the trotter of the meet at Harrington Raceway.
I Like My Boss widens its 5 lengths. Sterling Charisma is into second, dropping back dribble drive. Trying it off the rail is Blue Valley. They come to the top of the stretch now, turning for home. I Like My Boss. I Like My Boss with a 5-length lead coming through the stretch. I Like My Boss all alone. 14 for 14, Bob Shahan, Ashley Parsons, Jimmy Parsons, John Roberts, 56 and 4/5.
I Like My Boss took home that prestigious honor. By the way, this 3-year-old high stepper was not only a DSOA honoree, but also a Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund Champion Award winner as well. He's trained by Bob Shahan, and Bob co-owns this standout with his grandkids, Jimmy Parsons Jr. and Ashley Parsons. In the beginning of his career, he kicked it off with a 15-race win streak. Wow! With his driver, John Roberts. DSOA Director Vic Kirby presented this big award to the Trotters Connections. And our final award from Harrington Raceway is the 2014 Horse of the Meet.
They come to the top of the stretch, turning for home, Just a Jolt. Malaku Schwad on the outside, get it off your chest, down toward the inside, coming through the stretch. Just a Jolt is on top. Just a Jolt. It's Just a Jolt to win it in 150.
Just a Jolt was the standout pacer owned by Jack Dayton, who had 10 victories out of 15 races and almost $105,000 made at the half mile in 2014. Just a Jolt, who had driver Vic Kirby as his pilot, became a Harrington Raceway track record holder, and his 150 win, which he did twice, was also a 2014 season's record in the entire country for a 4-year-old pacer on a half-mile oval. First Vice President of the DSOA, Brenda Bramble, was the presenter of this high equine honor. This winter party is just getting heated up. We've got award winners and red-hot action coming your way, so keep it right here for more of the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association Awards Gala edition of Post Time.
Welcome back to Post Time and the 18th Annual Delaware Standardbred Owners Association Awards Gala. Now, in our last segment, we checked out some award winners from Harrington Raceway's half-mile oval. But in this segment, we are checking out a little bigger track. We're going to head to Dover Downs and see who won the awards for their 5/8 mile oval.
At Delaware's 5/8 mile oval, let's see who was honored as the DSOA claimer of the meet.
As they make their way toward the top of the stretch, and Mock Lady has opened up 3 lanes. It's Mock Lady, Say Anything, and on the outside, that's American Ginger. As they come through the stretch, it's Mock Lady with a big lead. M.A. Jackie down the inside for second, Mock Lady. M.A. Jackie and Say Anything in 153 and 2.
It was Mock Lady, trained by Les Givens, who brought home the award as she was victorious in 10 of her 14 starts during the Dover Downs meet. The pacing lass, who was driven by Jim Morand, is owned by Nanacoke Racing, Ed Moss, and Arlene Paisley. DSOA Director Valerie Warnick presented the award to the Mayor's Connections. Next, it's time to check out the trotter of the meet at Dover Downs.
They approach the far turn, and Awesome Valley, with no particular pressure, has a 2.5 length lead in 125 flat. Awesome Valley moves away from Looking Hanover. Royal Melinda's there at the rail, flattening out a bit cash on delivery as the pace quickens. They come over toward the top of the stretch. Awesome Valley comes off the turn with a 3-length lead. Looking Hanover races second. Royal Melinda came to the outside. Blue Ridge Tornado down the inside. But it's Awesome Valley out front. Awesome Valley went wire to wire, 153.
For the second year in a row, this award went to Awesome Valley, who was guided to his many victories by one of the sport's all-time winningest drivers, Tony Morgan. The top high stepper is owned by the Revocable Trust of Barbara Bays and trained by Ryan McGinnis and Joe Hunderfunt Jr. In addition to being super talented, Awesome Valley has a super big heart, as he donated over $7,500 of his 2014 earnings to Operation Christmas Wish, the holiday fundraiser that supplies presents and hope to hundreds of children in Delaware. Thank you so much, Awesome Valley. This incredible honor to an incredible horse was presented by DSOA Director Russ McKinnon. For our last award on today's show, it's the Dover Downs Horse of the Meet, and it was Nova Artist, who was another repeat DSOA winner at the 5/8 mile oval. The classy pacer, owned by the famous First State horseman, Eddie Davis, and his wife Kathy, had 19 starts at the meet, with 7 wins, 3 seconds, 3 thirds, and close to $140,000 in earnings. Nova Artist, trained by Martin Davis and driven by Alan Davis, had an incredible record competing week after week against the top classes at Dover Downs. DSOA Director Press Moore made the presentation to the connections of this star athlete. And hey, why don't we check out Nova Artist in one of his many eye-popping performances from that previous meet at Dover Downs.
They're off from the inside. Eagle All out for the lead. Between horses, Mustang Art, Sunshine Superman forced to take back. They race into the turn, Mustang Art and Eagle All. Sunshine Superman settles for third, 2 in front of Nova Artist. Then it's Simon's Artist and Malak Ushwad is at the end. As they race around the first turn, Mustang Art 2.5 lengths. Out of fourth, here comes Nova Artist. Opening quarter, 26-2, racing by the stands, Mustang Art. Nova Artist coming on the outside. Eagle All has the rail. Then it's Sunshine Superman. They go to the clubhouse turn. Nova Artist makes the front. Mustang Art back to second. Eagle All sits third. And then it's Sunshine Superman back to fourth. Trailer Simon's Artist Malak Ushwad. Into the clubhouse turn. Nova Artist leads the way now. Mustang Art back to second, followed by Eagle All. Then it's Sunshine Superman, Simon's Artist, and Malak Ushwad out from last. 54-1 on their way to the back stretch. Nova Artist 1.5 lengths. Sitting in second, Mustang Art, followed by Eagle All. Out comes Sunshine Superman, followed by Malak Ushwad. And then it's Simon's Artist. They race toward the far turn. Nova Artist with Sunshine Superman outside of Mustang Art. Down at the rail, Eagle All. Then it's Malak Ushwad forced 3 wide around Sunshine Superman, 121 and 3/5. Midway on the final turn, Nova Artist, Mustang Art. Down inside, Eagle All. Backing away is Sunshine Superman. Malak Ushwad is out there. Down at the rail, Simon's Artist. They come off the turn, and it's Nova Artist being chased by Mustang Art coming through the stretch. Nova Artist is in front. Nova Artist followed by Mustang Art. And tied for third, Eagle All in 149-2.
Nova Artist picks up this victory in 149-2. In the very next start after this one, he jumped up in class to the Open Preferred Pacers, and he won that effort too. If you're a fan of Nova Artist, and I know a lot of you are, he's racing again this meet at Dover Downs, so come on out and cheer him on. And Post Time would like to send out one more big, gigantic, huge congratulations to all of those star Standardbred athletes from the past Delaware meets. We are so proud to say these horses are part of the first state. While the awards dinner was focused on honoring our equines, the banquet hall was filled with VIPs in the harness racing community as well, and also well-known first staters like Andy West, the editor of the Delaware State News, and Senator Bethany Hall Long. Two attendees we will be talking to on upcoming post-time shows. Oh, and someone who's a regular each year at the DSOA Gala is Congressman John Carney, who took a few minutes to chat with us.
Congressman Carney, you just got sworn in again, so congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it, although it might be a rocky road.
Well, you're one of the guys in Washington, though. You see both sides, don't you? I mean, aren't you trying to make sure everybody's getting along?
Yeah, that's what I focus on, to occupy the center of the political spectrum. We have a bipartisan breakfast group that meets every 2 weeks, and we're trying right now to identify what our objectives are going to be in this next Congress. So it's interesting.
What exciting or new is happening that we should know about, either in the whole country, if you want to talk about, or the state itself?
Yeah, I think the really good thing is that the economy is stronger, particularly here in Delaware. That's good for all of us. More jobs today than ever in our state. We still got a long way to go in terms of what our economy is going to look like, the structure of it in the future, particularly middle-class jobs, jobs that pay incomes that people can raise families with. That's a big issue for the country as well. Of course, we're moving into a period where the Republicans are going to be in control in the U.S. Senate as well as the U.S. House, as has been the case in the House now for 4 years. So it'll be interesting to see what that dynamic brings to the work that we do.
Okay, I'm not a stalker, I swear, all right? But I do follow you on Twitter, and I do like you on Facebook. So, of course, I'm always seeing what's going on in your world. And it's so cool because you get to see behind-the-scenes things as well as what's happening. But I have to ask you, do you ever sleep?
Well, that's the nice thing about I love my life on Facebook is what I tell people is, we get to highlight a lot of the things that are going on, and really it is a good tool to communicate with Delawareans because I'm spending a lot of my time on the road back and forth in the train and in Washington, D.C., so folks don't see me here as much as they used to. I try to get out. That's why I'm here tonight at the one of my favorite organizations with the Standardbred Owners Association. Been coming to this dinner for years, but Facebook gives you and Twitter gives you a tool to make that communication.
Well, I'm digging you on social media. It's a lot of fun. And your website is totally off the hook as well.
Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm going to have to tell my staff people that work on it so hard. We just had it redone recently. We work hard on the Facebook side, to really try to give people an inside view of what we're doing and go to events and all that kind of thing. So I'm glad to hear that you're a Facebook follower.
Not a problem. And thank you for being on the show. And again, thank you for supporting this business. We so appreciate it.
It's a great enterprise. It's great for Delaware agriculture. Delaware agriculture is really on an upswing the last year or so, and so we're excited about that.
Thank you so much for joining me for the 18th Annual Delaware Standardbred Owners Association Awards Gala. We're gonna head out of here, but before we do, let's see when you can check out exciting live harness racing.
There is a slight change in the live racing schedule for this week because tonight, that's February 1st, there's no live racing. Hey, it's Super Bowl Sunday. However, the live racing excitement will take place this week, Monday through Thursday, and each one of those days, the first race post times at 4:30 p.m.
And make sure you stop by the incredible Race and Sportsbook for non-stop simulcasting action, both harness and thoroughbred from across the country, from noon to midnight. And remember, there's always free parking and free admission at Dover Downs. For more information, just call 302-674-4600 or visit them on the web at doverdowns.com. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you at the track. Drive home safely, and God bless. you.